One of the biggest challenges of RV ownership is keeping your RV clean. So today I'm here with Miles, the managing partner here at Mega Wash. This is quite the facility you guys have. What's going on here, sir?
We've got a brand new state-of-the-art RV wash facility. It is geared towards allowing RVers to wash their vehicles quickly for a great price and have great quality, get the top washed, get the undercarriage washed, and then get back on the road so you can get back to your travels.
Found another viewer of the channel. Jeff, how you doing today, sir?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Excellent, thank you. You've got a beautiful American Eagle here. You just got it washed here at Mega Wash. How did that turn out?
Turned out great, and it's a whole lot easier than me doing it myself, obviously.
Yes, sir, and you're a pretty picky RV owner from when I talked to you, huh?
Yes.
You don't just let anybody wash it?
No, this is my baby, and I do the best to take good care of her.
Would you recommend Mega Wash to your friends?
I would. I certainly would. In fact, I've had a friend bring his coach down here already and get it done. Got the $2 million Prevost, so.
How long does it typically take to wash an RV?
Well, it depends on the size and it depends on how neglected the RV may have been. But generally, 8 to 15 minutes, we can get an RV in and out depending on the conditions and the type of wash that they're getting.
Is there a specific size of RV that you guys can handle? I see a travel trailer coming out of the tunnel right now. What all kind of RVs can you wash here?
We've never had an issue with length or height. We've done a full-length tractor trailer before. We try to do ones that are already relatively clean just because we're catering to, RVers of every kind, and so we don't want our equipment to get some of that road gunk on it. So we're very careful to keep everything pristine.
Now I see that there's brushes, but you also have a touch-free option.
Exactly.
What are some of the options that you offer here?
So it's pretty much, anything you could want. We never run a brush on the top of an RV for obvious reasons, but we do run brushes on the sides if the owners want that. It provides a really good clean. We haven't had any issues ever with any damage from the brushes. But you can also do touch-free if that's what you want on the top and on the sides. It's pretty much, whatever you're comfortable with, but those brushes do a really good job.
Yeah, now this is a state-of-the-art RV wash. I've never seen anything else like it in the world. Are you guys the first that you know of?
As far as we know, we are the first ones who have done a facility like this where you can get your RV washed, your car washed and polished. We can wash anything.
This bug right here has been really bothering me for a long time. Let's see what Mega Wash can do about that. And I'm looking at their price menu here. It looks like we can get this van wash for under $50. If you've got over a 30-foot rig, under $70. And that's cleaning the roof too. I've got about 5,000 miles of grime, and I'm gonna see what their automatic wash can do for my filthy Sprinter van. So this is cool. They've got a little site here. It says detach the tow vehicle zone. So you can just pull over right here and detach your tow if you need. And looks like they've got vacuums, automatic car washes, and I'm gonna show you guys another video. They've got a car polishing tunnel, unlike anything I've ever seen, but the facility is in great condition, very well kept, big wide lanes here. What are some of the things that you took into consideration when building this facility?
Well, we wanted people to be very comfortable navigating all of the drive aisles, and so we've got extremely wide aisles for people to not have any issues, not feel cramped. We've also over here got a drop-off lane for folks who are towing a vehicle behind them. You can pull in your RV, drop off your towed vehicle, get your RV washed, come back, get your car washed, hook back up, and be on the road.
You just pull right up to this bay right here. In the tunnel there's a beautiful Fleetwood getting washed right now, and some of your team members are hand scrubbing the bugs off the front, but you also clean the roofs and the undercarriage of the coaches?
Yeah, we want to get the whole thing clean. And a lot of places you're going to get the sides and they don't get the top, and then you've got streaks coming down 10 minutes later. So we clean the bottom with a high pressure rinse as you drive in to make sure that you get salt, road grime, anything like that off the bottom. And on the top, we're doing a pre-soak with soap, and then we're doing 2 types of high pressure spray, spinners, and then also fan.
This is the rinse going on up top right there.
Just to clean, all that dirt off the top, because who wants a dirty top?
Yes, sir. Yeah, you were saying recently a lot of leaves and debris come off the roof.
You wouldn't believe. I watched the machine go across the top, and it's like a farm is coming off the top of their RV. Leaves, plants, little trees are coming off the top. We just want to make sure that we get it clean.
What kind of chemicals do you guys use? Do you guys use acids? What kind of pre-soaks?
We've got a combination of things. So when a vehicle pulls in, our attendants are going to start off with a hand power wash pre-soak, and that's a special chemical that's going to help get black streaks off. It's going to help eat up that grime before we start the gantry. Then we use another type of soap through the gantry to pre-soak the entire thing in the roof. We don't usually use acid. We have the option to if someone requests it, but some people are very particular about aluminum, polished aluminum, and so we want to be careful, like, to make sure that that doesn't have any chance of getting damaged. But it does do a good job of cleaning, so if somebody knows and they request it, we'll use the acid on it too.
Very cool. And that pre-soak gets black streaks off pretty well?
It does a great job, especially if you let it linger there for a little while and then you scrub it down with a hand brush before the gantry runs. And we have great success with that. We're looking at getting a specialized chemical specifically for black streaks as kind of a special service for people with really bad ones. But what we use as our customary process does a really good job.
So now it's coming through with the spot free rinse. All right, and then the gentleman's gonna let us know to come forward here. Perfect. All right, let's take a look outside and see how good of a job they did. I'm curious to see how this came out. Ah, right away. No bugs right here. You guys remember all the bugs? All that road debris. Definitely super clean. No more bugs up front here. Those bugs up there up top, they even scrubbed off. Wow. I had to pull this around to get the back of the coach in the sunlight. Guys, I am so impressed with this wash for 50 bucks. I mean, this is bad, guys. I can't even see out of my backup camera. Look at that. Look at how much cleaner that is. Still into the sunlight, because the last shot, it was into the sunlight. The best value RV wash that I've ever experienced. 50 bucks. So we just met some friends that are viewers of the channel, just got their Newmar Baystar cleaned up here after a 7,500 mile road trip. They did a great job here. This is a beautiful Newmar Baystar too. I'm loving the colors. So we found a viewer of the channel, McKinley Harris from Ashland, Virginia. How you doing today, sir?
Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
So you just had your Fleetwood Discovery go through the wash here. How did they do?
A fine job. It's the best thing ever happened for an RV around here.
I agree with you, sir.
Yeah.
What did you like the most about this RV wash?
Well, they're doing a fine job, and the best thing is they're wiping the wheels off, because the wheels usually spot once you get wet, but they done did a good job for the price.
Absolutely, I agree.
Hey, you can't get nobody help to do nothing no more, so
Yes, sir.
best thing ever happened.
I agree. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So what kind of brushes do you use, and will these brushes scratch coaches at all?
So we use a very specialized type of brush that has a lot of micro splits at the ends, and we run them very light pressure, and it's also got an amperage reader on the gantry that'll pull the brushes back whenever it senses any kind of pressure increase. So that's how it can contour a vehicle that's not just straight. Like this one, it had no contouring because it's straight. But some vehicles have, you know, different angles to them, and it'll just run right around it. The brushes, they're very soft. We've never had any evidence of scratching at all.
Nice. Can you wash it without using brushes at all?
We can, and we do that, I'd say maybe 10-15% of the time if someone requests it. And in that case, we just spend a little extra time on the problem areas when our attendants are brushing it down. We use spinning high pressure spray, and we use fan high pressure spray. So you're getting two different types of water that's knocking the dirt.
So Miles, we've been seeing all kinds of RVs come through here today. Why is it so important to wash your RV frequently?
Well, what we find is that if you wash it frequently, you're not going to get the buildup of gunk, mildew, stain, corrosion, damage on it that makes it, you know, 2 years down the road impossible to get it back to the original condition. When people bring in a vehicle that hasn't been washed in 5 years, we can do a great job on it. It's going to look much better when it leaves, but you can see it's lost so much of the quality that it's never going to be in that original condition. And so the key is to get it great and to keep it great, and that's what we like to do. Now when it comes to the other services we offer that others don't, like the undercarriage watch, that's critical for driving in winter weather. If you're coming out of the Northeast and you've just driven through a bunch of salt, you've got road grime and salt all over the bottom of your vehicle, come by and see us, get that knocked off before you continue down south, and you're going to maintain the quality of your vehicle.
Yeah, and you guys are about 3 minutes off of I-95. Now, you have a lot of customers that store their vehicles here, so they don't even have to take them to the south as well?
That's correct. We've got a lot of customers, and we're seeing more and more from the Northeast who will store with us. They'll drive their passenger vehicle down, they'll pick up their RV, get it washed, take it down south. And when they're heading back up, they drop it off and drive the car back up. They just don't have to deal with driving up north. They don't have to deal with the weather conditions. It's just an ideal situation.
I see some RV storage still available. I think some folks in the Northeast can probably appreciate that. Do you still have availability in your RV storage lot?
We do, but it's been renting up way faster than we thought it would. You know, we're, what, 3 minutes from exit 89 on I-95, and so it's so convenient for anybody coming from the Northeast going down south. But we've got covered storage over here. We've got pull-through spaces. We've got 30 amp electrical option in a lot of these spots, but we're like 70% rented in 3 months, and so by the end of the year I think we might be fully rented.
Awesome. Well, I greatly appreciate you showing me and the folks on YouTube your amazing facility. Now, if someone wants to get their RV washed, can they just come by? What are your business hours, and how can they get their RV washed?
Yeah, so we're open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. for the RV wash and for the car polishing service. We're 24/7 for the automatic touchless car wash and for the self-serve bays.
Miles, I greatly appreciate you and the team here at Mega Wash. I also greatly appreciate all of you out there on YouTube subscribing to the channel and liking these videos. I hope you're all having a great day. Thanks again.
Thanks. Hope to see you soon.